Come and get me, baby.
Have you heard of the phrase, "first impression lasts"? Well, this is true. Although I first encountered this phrase from a body spray commercial, I can verify it for myself that this catchy expression is true. An impression refers to a feeling, idea or opinion about something or someone that is formed without any conscious thought. When you make an imprint on someone, your future actions and intentions will be perceived or interpreted based on your initial impression. This means that whatever you do from that point onwards will be filtered through the funnel of your first impression. As you can see, good impression is really important. The question is, how can you make a good impression? When you meet a girl for the first time, attracting and seducing her may not be enough. You also need to make the romantic encounter memorable for her. Let the thoughts of you linger in her mind. Leave your mark in her psyche. Make her remember you for the rest of her life. Don't be like the average guy that she meets on a regular basis. Be awesome. You can have a good start by having a good impression. We can compare making a good impression to stamping a mark. You have to make sure that you use enough ink and you apply enough pressure in order to make the mark more recognizable. Such principle also applies to attracting and seducing women. You want the lady to remember you after the brief encounter. You are leaving your mark on her, so to speak. Here are some useful dating tips that will help you to make a good impression. 1. Make good eye contact. Are you afraid of looking into her eyes? What is the worst thing that could happen? Such experience makes you feel uncomfortable, and you make the situation more awkward by avoiding any eye contact with her. You did not look her in the eye, because you don't want to scare her away. Unfortunately, you make an opposite effect. You have aroused her suspicion, because of the poor eye contact. In our culture, good eye contact conveys trustworthiness and confidence. So next time you meet a girl for the first time, look her in the eye, and show to her your trustworthiness and true self-confidence. 2. Talk using a deep voice. You are a man. You are expected to be masculine in the way that you talk, think, and act. A deep, sexy voice is attributed to being an alpha male. For some reason, alpha males are more attractive to women than the average Joe. If you happen to have a pre-adolescent squeaky voice, then you may need to practice deepening your voice. It may take some time and practice, but this goal is feasible. 3. Groom yourself. If you are going to leave your mark on the girl, then do it with a scent of stimulating perfume. Be the best version of yourself by doing some grooming practices that can bring out the best of you. In contrast, don't repel the ladies with that strong unwanted odor that will haunt her for days. If you can take care of yourself, then you can also take care of the other people that you love. 4. Manifest self-confidence. You cannot fake true self-confidence. You have to firmly believe in yourself before the aura of confidence will shine through. Relying so much on other people's approval for your validation can ruin your self-esteem. I would encourage you to be aware of what other people say and think about you, but don't let other people run your life. Having the guts to take charge of your life despite the opposition is itself your true self-confidence. 5. Initiate interaction. As an alpha male, you are expected to start the interaction. Although women are having more control over their lives in the last decades, one could not deny the fact that the ladies still find the alpha males attractive. When you see a good-looking woman, don't be afraid to approach her. You are only making the situation more awkward if you hesitate. You only have a small window of opportunity to attract and seduce the girl. So I encourage you to strike while the iron is still hot. 6. Be courteous. If flattery will not take you anywhere, then your courteousness can take you places where only a few people go. Put into consideration the welfare of others. This is what you call respect. This could be manifested in your words and actions. Women want to be respected. When I say respect, I don't mean being nice. There's a slight difference between the two. When you truly respect someone, you are outcome independent. You don't need to be rewarded, because you truly believe in the validity of your actions. In comparison, being nice means doing something good in order to have something good in return. This is a turn-off for a lot of women. They don't want to be treated like a slot machine. You don't necessarily do good things for them and expect sex in return. It does not necessarily work that way. 7. Flirt. Girls want some indicators of interest as a validation. They don't put on their makeup and sexy clothes for no reason. You can provide them with positive reinforcements for a job well done by flirting with them. You cannot underestimate the effects of flirting on women. It will make them feel good about themselves, and it can also arouse their interest in you. Did you know that memory is closely related to emotional triggers? This means that if you can elicit a strong emotional stimulation from the women, then you are more likely to be remembered. The strong emotional stimulation need not to be positive. The strong negative emotional stimulation will have the same effect. 8. Take charge of the interaction. Although women are now having more control over their lives thanks to the feminist movement, they still expect their partners to be an alpha male. They want a man who can take charge of the situation, and who can sweep them off their feet. You have to achieve a certain level of control over your life, in order to be considered as a potential partner. Women prefer alpha males, because nice guys frustrate them. 9. Keep the conversation light and casual. Deep conversations are reserved only for people who are in your inner circle. Having a deep conversation with a stranger can be a daunting experience. You are putting everything on the table too soon. You are not leaving enough room for mystery and interest to blossom. Keeping the conversation light and casual during the initial interaction can prove beneficial to your part. It has less pressure but more on pleasure. This will provide an environment that is conducive for attraction and seduction. 10. Extend your friendship to the people surrounding you. Who do you think is more attractive? The man who is isolated or the man who is surrounded by gorgeous women? Naturally, you will answer the man who is surrounded by a group of beautiful ladies. When you are surrounded with a lot of friends, you are sending a resounding message to the girl that you are socially competent and you are approved by the society. People tend to follow the crowd and the dictates of the society. Gorgeous women are no different. This is how the principle of social proofing comes into play. The more will have more and less will have less. Making a good impression is like leaving a mark in the woman's psyche. It has to be good and memorable. You have to remember that ladies will gauge your future words and actions with their first impression about you. Therefore, it is important for you to make a good impression because first impression lasts. Apply the useful dating tips that are presented to you earlier so that you can increase your chance of making a good impression into the girl.